Awesome. Okay, it looks like it's recording. Welcome everybody to the United We Thrive Team Zoom. My name is Heidi Kauffman. I am a 200K leader from Woodinville, Washington, over here in Washington State, where it's freezing cold. I actually have a blanket wrapped around my legs right now, sitting in my office. I am so excited to share with you guys not only what to do as a new promoter and as you're starting out, but also excited to share with you guys about visions, building your vision boards, and goal setting. So make sure, please, that you mute your phones, mute yourself as you're hopping on, because I am not 100% sure how to mute people from this end of things. So I apologize. Thought I had everything handled beforehand, but it is what it is. So I'm going to give you guys my quick story. I have been a Thriver since January 2015. I was your typical worn out, exhausted mom, 3 kids, horse farm. I'm a professional equestrian athlete. I deal with some major health challenges. And when I found this product, I was scrolling on Facebook, and up popped my friend with a little sticker and a smile, and amazing. And I just kept thinking to myself, man, if I could feel half as good as she looks, I'm in. And so honestly, nobody reached out to me. Nobody posted a whole bunch of stuff. And then I was interested. It was just a basic, simple post on Facebook, a smile, a sticker, and that was it. And I reached out to her and I said, what is this? She said, you're not going to believe this, but I feel amazing. I have no idea what it is, but it's super, it's simple. Give it a try. And I did. I trusted my friend, and I just ordered as a customer. My first plan was to refer to get my product for free. I think that quite often is people's first plan. Reached out to my mom, shared it with my mom, and she loved the product, but she travels too much to be a customer on auto ship. So I still had the same issue. I still needed to get 2 customers on auto ship to get my product for free as a customer. But then my mom wanted to order in bulk. She'd much rather buy a promoter package. So at that point, I was already on my way to my VIP. And this is something that I share as part of my story, because I want to paint the picture of how suddenly it can be quite easy to get somebody to refer 2 customers on auto ship so they get the product for free, whether or not they're a customer, and then 2 promoters to buy promoter packages. And my mom was my very first promoter. She was the very first person who said yes. She loved the fact that it was free. She didn't have to pay any monthly fees, no membership fees, no minimum fees. She loved the fact that she could refer to get her product for free. And she loved the fact that she could just buy in bulk. So that was one of the things that just was amazing about this company. It was so simple. And I just continued, as I was on my journey, I just continued to do the same thing. Refer to get my product for free, 2 promoters buying promoter packages, and then helping those people duplicate the exact same thing. The hardest thing for me, because I have a very, very busy schedule and I work full time, was staying consistent. And the discipline of staying consistent in this business is the key to success. Honestly, do not give yourself too much. Give yourself grace, right? We all have days where we fall and we fail. And I have done nothing but fail forward on this journey. I am proof that you can fail all the way to 200K, make all the mistakes in the world, and it does not affect the outcome as long as you continue to keep going and helping your team and loving your team. That is probably one of the #1 tips I can give you, is passion about your product, passion about your team. Speaking words of influence and positivity are so key. I never, ever, you'll never hear me tell anybody that, oh yeah, that part of my team is not doing anything. Never, 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 never. I always speak of my team as if they're complete rock stars, which they all are. And if they are ready and running and putting in that newest Thrive customer or that newest Thrive promoter, there is never a moment that I will speak negative about somebody, because those words become seeds. It's the, thoughts become seeds, seeds become reality. We don't want it to become a reality. So I continued down that route, earned my 4K. I did miss VIP 1600, earned VIP 800, earned my 4K. my iPad mini bonus as well. And then I got to the very end of March, which was what I felt like was my opportunity to go for my auto bonus. Our team had about $8,500 in sales the very last day of March, and I knew it was going to reset to zero. And I made the decision, and I went to my bedroom and I told my family, I said, I'm not coming out until I hit this auto bonus. And I did. And that's really what this is all about. It's not about being the fastest, bestest, all those things. It's about keeping your vision in front of you. So back then I was a 4K. You could see this was as big as my mind could dream. I had stickers on my vision board. I couldn't put up, you know, cruises and mansions and stuff like that because I couldn't relate to any of that. I could relate to some stickers cheering me on. Then I made it an IM 12K board. Stickers still, right? That's what I had to put on there because that was all I could think of. I couldn't think of anything else other than this is happening and it's a done deal. And then when the time was right, or I felt like the time was right, I went all in, all in, all in. And I have to say, I'm going to show you a couple of my other vision boards, which is really fun and exciting. I got a little bit more creative for my 40K one. Our team hit 40K in August of 2015. And I started to put on there the next trip. I had already earned Cabo. I put on Cancun. Make sure you put those trips on your vision board, even if you are not going. Make sure you earn every single trip you possibly can. And if you're not the rank where you need to earn or where you get to earn the trip, like this most recent one is a 12K trip, reach out to whoever it is that you're working with, and you can reach out to me too, and just ask, what are the qualifications? Because I cannot see the tracker until I hit that rank. But what are the qualifications? Customers on auto ship, or 4 customers on auto ship, and 4 promoters buying promoter packages. That is how simple this company keeps things for us, which I absolutely love. Every time you go to qualify for some type of incentive, it is exactly what we did day one. And so if you're a brand new promoter right now, I want you to think about, if you've not made that list, and Beth calls it your get out of jail list, I call it your list of contacts and connections. These are the people you need to make sure you're getting 3 lists set up. You want the list of the people who will help you no matter what situation. Sometimes that's your mom, sometimes it's not. My brother certainly was not one of those people. But you want to have a list of people who are ready to help you at any time, and you say, look, I have found something that is so exciting. I want to talk to you about it. When can you chat? Don't say any more than that. Something simple like that. Get them on the phone. Get them to hear your passion and your excitement about the product, your passion and excitement about the business. If you want to lead with the business or lead with the product, whichever one. Your next list of people are going to be people who, and for me, this was the list I worked on first. These were people who I knew needed this product. I knew it, but I wasn't super close. They weren't really my warm market. They were, in fact, kind of my cold-ish market. I built in the very beginning because I was so nervous about building. I built in Oregon. I threw the net wide. There is nothing wrong with throwing the net wide. You do not have to build this business doing the friends and family pestering type thing. So make sure you guys, you go ahead and mute your phones. So I don't want you to feel like you have to reach out and message every friend and every family member at doing your VIP, right?
Listening to something that's only on right now at 8:30.
It doesn't. You just recording it.
Okay, so all of you
Seems silly.
Still trying to figure out how to make.
What was
this
dinner?
Mute.
Chicken with broccoli.
Mute.
Mom, I can help
Chicken items.
Hey guys, if you know anybody, if you guys have a way to mute this, please let me know. I don't know how to mute it. Anyway, so net wide, right? The third list is the people that you maybe have never contacted or you haven't talked to since high school. That's a great list of people to reach out to and just say, hey, I am in the process of building something and it's going to be really exciting and I'm really excited about it. And I want to chat with you. When can you talk? Or I know if you haven't talked to that person in a long, long time, hey, I know we haven't chatted in a long time. I'd love to speak to you about this amazing product or this amazing opportunity. Reach out to them, be sincere, be consistent. And then the other thing I like to tell people to do when it comes to building vision and vision boards is to do a family vision board. Okay, this was a super fun family vision board we did back in 2015 in the fall after we'd hit 40K. We had all of our kids write. We went around as a group and people were writing and drawing what it is that they wanted to have in the next year. And it got our children to dream. It got our children to support us. It got our children excited about things. One of the first things they put on the vision board was going to Disney. We did that in 2016 in January. My daughter put a cat on the vision board. We did not have a cat at the time. Guess what? 2 weeks later, a cat showed up. The power of having very specific vision is so important, especially in this business. Because if you're waking up every day and you're thinking, I just hope this works out, remember, hope is not a strategy. You can do this. You can do this no matter how busy you are. You can do this no matter how little time you have just by being consistent. The next vision board that I made was an 80K vision board. And it seemed to me, it was one of those things where I started to put pictures on there. I put a watch on there. One of our leaders had a competition for a watch. I put the watch on here. I won the watch. You want to stay laser beam focused for not only the law of attraction, right? But for your mind, because your mind will start to look for different ways to help you achieve these goals. When I was going for 80K, I was starting to be ready to put something other than just a sticker on my vision board. I put a cruise on my vision board. I put a bathtub on my vision board. I put 3-3-2-1. That was the system we used every single day, which was 3 reach outs, 3 follow-ups, 2 new people on your list, and 1 3-way phone call. And that was like a minimum. If you were running for a rank or you were running for a bonus, you would times 10 that. Honestly, you would times 10 that. You would be very, very aggressive. But that was the daily minimums that we were doing back then. And I think now we do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I also put work hard in 2015 and 16 so that you can help others build their dreams. Make your vision board not just about you, make it about others. Make it about your family. Make it about something bigger than just you, so that your mind is continually thinking of ways to reach out, to connect, and share with other people. And here's something, while I was looking for those old vision boards, here's something I found. It's my daughter. She wrote, I am 200K, and drew a picture of a castle and Great Wolf Lodge and her pony Forest that she wanted to purchase back when we were leasing him. Your children will start to dream too. You are going to have an impact so much greater with this company and this business and the opportunity. You're going to have an impact so much greater than you ever could imagine. With this, to look back and think that back in 2015, I started this because I wanted to get my product for free. I shared it with my mom. I hit my first roadblock. Did I stop? No. I kept going. I figured it out. My mom was like, I'm not doing auto ship, can't do it. I figured out, okay, what's the next best choice? For her, it was a promoter package. You know, since then, she has not been a big time promoter, but she's been a big time supporter, and she sent me a ton of referrals. So those people who purchase those promoter packs, whether or not they're going to be just like you and run across every single finish line and hit every single rank, that's fantastic. But there's going to be a lot of people who are going to buy a promoter pack and they're going to go at a different pace. We love them anyway. We love them no matter what, because those people they are connected to at least 200 other people, sometimes 10,000 other people. You just never know. And they can become a great referral system for you and a great referral system for them to get their product for free. So we want to make sure that we're reaching down into our organization and helping those people. And remember, your newest people that you're bringing in, your new customers, your new promoters, they're just as nervous and scared as you were day one. Okay, I was terrified. I tell people that all the time. I was terrified day one. I was sure that there was some kind of trick, and I was sure that there was something I wasn't quite getting, and I was sure that I was doing it wrong. And here's the best thing I can tell you, that you are 100% better off being ignorance on fire than knowledge on ice. Because when you have all the knowledge in the world of how to do it perfectly, you get frozen. I'll be honest, the more I know sometimes, the more frozen I get about taking action. And those daily activities of reaching out, following up, and connecting with people are so important. And then on top of that, loving people where they're at. Because you never know when someone's going to reach out to you 5 years later and say, okay, I'm ready to run now. Or, you know, I took a break and now I'm ready to go. Or their life circumstance changes and maybe they wanted to do something else, but suddenly River Maya pops up, or whatever the next trip is. I've had people see the next trip and be all excited because it's in whatever country it's in, and they're suddenly interested in going for it. And we all know, we've watched people go, you know, super fast to VIP 800, 1600, 4K, 12K. So we all know it's possible. And the thing that keeps us from doing that a lot of times can be a limiting belief about ourselves. And so I, as a horse trainer, professional athlete, mindset coach, I spend a lot of time, even me, reminding myself that everything always works out for me. I have all the tools that I need. I can talk to this person, whoever it is that I feel like I need to talk to. I can talk to them, and I don't need to be afraid, because a no never is forever. I have not had one person say no forever. Everybody that has ever said no has eventually come back and said okay, or asked for more information. It is never an end all be all. So what I want you guys to do is, I want you to think about what it is that you want to do next, right? We've got 2020 coming up. It is December 23rd. If you have, and I tell my team this all the time, if you have between $500 and $5,000 worth of volume to do before you hit the rank that you're working towards or that you want, it is completely possible to do before the end of this month. Completely possible to do that. You'll need to reach out to your upline. You'll need to talk to them, find out from your leadership what it is that they would do if you want to do that, and then lock arms with them and do it. And honestly, if you did one three-way call or one three-way chat every single day, you're going to have extreme results. Extreme results. I was talking to a gal just the other day, and she's like, oh my gosh, I want to connect you to my friend. She put me on a three-way phone call. She was my customer, and she was so excited about the product that she's like, oh my gosh, you have to talk to my friend too. Hang on. And she put me on a three-way phone call. It is getting to be more and more common. You do not need to hold back because you are nervous about doing a three-way phone call, or you're nervous about doing a three-way chat. And I thanked her, right? Because people are always going to be happy and grateful that you are connecting them to someone else. The biggest downfall that I find is when people kind of keep their customers and they keep their teams to themselves. You know, I relate this back to when my dad was in the hospital. When my dad was in the hospital and he was really, really sick, there was the blessing that I could work this business from the hospital, but there were also times that I could not work at all. And I connected my leadership to the leaders on my team. I connected them to my customers. I connected them to some of my promoters who were in VIP. And I said, look, here's the situation. I want to connect you guys. You guys run together. I've got to deal with this emergency situation. And nobody said, oh my gosh, that's terrible and so spammy that you put me on a three-way chat with them. No way. Everybody locked arms and they worked together. And I find that we work so much better together as a team. So quick summary, whatever it is, wherever your goals are, whether they be small of just getting to people on auto ship so you can get your product for free, or big to becoming a millionaire earner or a six-figure earner. You have to start where you're at. You have to start where you're at. And looking back over the last 5 years that I've been with this company, I never thought that I would earn the Auto Elite bonus, which I get every single month since it started, which is really exciting. That's $1,600 a month paid for my car. My husband has earned his car. We have earned together 15 lifestyle getaways. I never thought any of that was possible. I didn't know businesses like this existed, where you could build people through personal development and team development, and you could build teams. So I want you guys to picture this next week. You're going to be in front of family. Family can cause lots and lots of stress. I want you to flip that story, and I want you to say, I'm going to be around hundreds of people this week and next week, and they are all people who are excited to hear about my story. They're excited to hear about what is coming. They're excited to hear about this product, this business. And if you feel deep down like that might not be true, turn it around and say, and make it about them. And that's what I always do. Like, honestly, if I were just to meet Rachel right now, I would say, hey, Rachel, how are you? And you know what she'd probably do? She'd probably tell me, she's tired. She would probably tell me that she was worn out. Because I met Rachel's sponsor, Angela, at a women's meeting. And Angela flopped down on the table in front of me and was exhausted. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm exhausted too. Oh, wait, I have Thrive. So I'm not exhausted anymore. This gal needs what I have. And start to think about that. Relate to their story. Ask questions. The more questions you can ask, the better, right? And connect with people, right? That's what this is all about. It's about connection. It's about building people up. It's about making them feel better and making them feel confident that they need what you have. We all know they need what we have, but they need to feel confident about that. And if you come up to them and right away you're like, you've got to thrive with me. You've got to thrive with me. Unless it's your best friend, they're going to be a little bit like, whoa, hold on, honey. But if you come at it from a perspective of, how are you today? How are you doing? How have you been? I love how have you been, because I can't just tell you good. How have you been? That's an open-ended question with a long answer, right? And then you can start asking more questions and more questions and more questions. And then eventually they're going to ask you, how are you? What are you doing? What do you do for a living? And when they ask me that, I'm a professional equestrian athlete who changes people's lives physically and financially, and I teach people to win. That is what I do for a living. So make sure you know what you do for a living, right? You don't want to be like, you want to know deep down, what do you do for a living? Who are you? And then project that and embrace that and love that and be that person starting now, because that's who you're going to be in 2020. And then on your vision board, I want you to put at least 1 or 2 places that you want to travel to. Like, in your heart of hearts, you've had them in your mind and you've thought to yourself, like, I can't speak this out loud. I want you to say it out loud. I am going to go to, like, my husband just the other day, he said, I want to go to Greece in 2020. And I'm like, wow, that's going to be hard to manage, but we're going to figure that out. Like, let's figure out a way to go to Greece, right? If you don't say it out loud and you don't put it on your vision board and you don't speak it into existence, it will always be a dream in the back of your mind. Bring it to the front of your mind, put it in your vision, your line of vision, and let's make it happen. Let's make 2020 our best year ever with this company. And then always be focused on changing people's lives. Who is your next thriver? Who is that next person that you're going to get this product either A, into their body, or B, they're going to place their order and you're going to follow up. That is the biggest mistake most people make, right? And we've all done it. You get that message from that person who's like, oh yeah, I got my product, I started it. And you're like, no, you didn't start it without talking to me. All right, what did you do? How did you take it? How are you feeling? That is a perfect opportunity when that happens. Hey, I want you to talk to my friend Heidi. She's got super great story. I just want you to hear what she has to say. Something simple like that, right? Make it all about connection. Don't make it weird or icky. If anybody has any questions, I want you to go ahead and just type it down in the chat. I'm going to take a little breather here, make sure, looking over my notes, that I've got everything covered. One of the biggest questions that I have gotten since the very, very beginning of this is, do I always have to keep finding new people? And my answer is yes. You will always have to find new people. Just like I, with a horse farm and training riders, I will always have to find new riders. I will always have to find new horses. It's just like an NFL team. If you don't replace the older players every once in a while with a new group of players, you're going to have old guys running around the football field, and it's not going to be a pretty sight, right? So you always need to bring people in and help new people get started. Let's see. Yes, Anne. Oh my gosh. Here's to the successes of 2020. It's going to be such an exciting year. I cannot wait. I know this company has something. They always have something up their sleeve, right? And I don't know if any of you guys have tried Restore yet, but I mixed it in with my strawberry lifestyle mix this morning, and it was pretty darn good. My daughter, we blended it in because I wanted to try it with apple juice and some ice, and blended it up, made kind of like an apple juice ice Restore smoothie. So lots of options to use that brand new product. And I think it's pretty exciting because I definitely felt fuller a lot longer today. If you guys have any other questions, feel free to shoot me a message. And dream big. Dream big. Keep dreaming bigger, right? And don't get discouraged. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody goes real fast, and everybody has times of slow. That is business. Every 3 years in regular businesses, they go up, they go down, they go up, they go down. And to help it stay more consistent, you have to stay more consistent. Okay, thank you guys so much for hopping on tonight. I want to wrap up. Don't forget, if you are in your VIP time period, make sure you've got that list. I tell everybody in their VIP that's brand new, try to put in 100 free accounts in your first 30 days. The faster you put in those 100 free accounts, the more success you will have. If you do not yet have 100 free accounts, that is your missing link. That is absolutely your missing link, because what we found on our team statistically is the people who have 100 free accounts at least hit 12K and 4K right away. But you got to do it in a tighter time period than a lot of people want to. Back in my first phone call that I had with the company, it was a Lavelle Live with Paul Gravett. He said, get 100 free accounts in your first 30 days. And that is what I focused on as I was doing my VIP 800 and VIP 1600. So don't forget, 2 customers in ownership, 2 promoters buying promoter packages. Grand total of those 4 sales is $800 minimum. The company will pay you back $660 in cash credits and bonuses. During that first 14 days, you can do that 2 times. So grand total of 4 customers on auto ship, 4 promoters buying promoter packages. The grand total of that would be $1,600. That's why it's called VIP 1600. And the company will pay you back $1,320 in cash credits and bonuses. So you want to make sure you go for that and get your newest people off to a great start. Have a wonderful holiday, guys. Thank you so much for hopping on tonight. I really, really appreciate all of you. And I look forward to chatting with you soon. Take care. Thank you. Bye.